WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good morning. I'm Taylor Upchurch. Today is Sunday, February 24th. The rain is over, but the threats are far from over. We continue to see high water issues, road closings, and even power outages. We still have some active weather advisories and warnings. I'm joined by meteorologist Kelly McShane this morning. Kelly, how's it looking out there?
Well, right now it seems like that bright sunshine we're seeing this morning has shined light on plenty of issues that we've seen over the last couple of hours. Pinpoint Doppler though, we are clean. That rain is finally out of here. That is definitely some good news for us here in Eastern Kentucky. However, those rivers are still experiencing those rising waters as we head into your late morning hours and even into your afternoon hours. Wind advisory is in effect until 7 o'clock. Like we've been saying, this is an issue because we are seeing very saturated grounds, and that makes it easier for those trees to be blown over by those gusty winds. So that's in effect until this evening for every single person in the WYMT viewing area. Your travel forecast, very hazardous roads. We are still getting plenty of issues, plenty of roads covered in water, even rock slides and mudslides, a couple of power lines down as well. So be very careful if you have to travel today. If you do not, I would suggest staying at home. Those roads will slightly improve by this afternoon. However, still not a very good idea to be out on them. Your weather headlines, we are finally drying out and that rain is ending. Wind advisory in effect until this evening, and we will see plenty of sunshine over the next couple of days. Taylor, I'll tell you more about that in just a little bit.
Thank you, Kelly. Multiple Eastern Kentucky counties are in states of emergency. These counties include Magoffin, Martin, Wolfe, Jackson, Johnson, Letcher, and Knott counties. We will keep you updated on WYMT.com. And we have several roads closed this morning across Eastern Kentucky. In Lee County, Kentucky 11 in Beattyville is closed to traffic. In Campton, Highway 191 going from Campton to Hazel Green is completely shut down. Many businesses have water in them as well. We will have more information on various road closings throughout the newscast. We will also have a full list on WYMT.com. And mud and rock slides and flooding are not the only issues Eastern Kentucky is facing. Power outages are scattered all across the region this morning, and Kentucky Power has reported 1,024 customer outages in the state. In both Floyd and Pike County, more than 250 customers are now without power, and more than 100 outages are found in both Johnson and Lawrence counties. And a bridge in Letcher County is impassable due to it settling after heavy rainfall. The bridge is off Arrowhead Drive in the Kings Creek community. County officials say the bridge settled about 3 inches and is not safe for vehicles to go across. There are 3 homes across from the bridge, and with that being the only way out. Officials are working to build a temporary footbridge so people can get across for emergency situations. And also in Letcher County, plenty of people are seeing issues on the roads. Officials say crews are working day in and day out trying to clear pathways for cars and buses to get through. The county declared a state of emergency last week. They are hoping once the rain does stop and areas dry up, they can fix the problems.
People need to realize that we really are doing absolutely everything we can possibly do. You know, we can't beat Mother Nature. You know, we're doing absolutely everything we can. It's going to take some time to get roads open. It's going to take a lot of time to get roads repaired back to 100%.
Now, officials did say if you need to report a mudslide or road issue, you can give them a call. You can find their numbers on our website, WYMT.com. And rain pounded Eastern Kentucky overnight, and one county was caught in the middle of it. Officials in Wolfe County were scrambling late last night as rivers and streams filled, leaving the water nowhere to go but into businesses. WYMT's Will Puckett has more from Wolfe County.
Officials in Wolfe County have declared a state of emergency following rain that fell between 9 and 11 o'clock Saturday night. That rain left water 2 feet deep along Main Street and flooded out a funeral home and other businesses. Here at Mann Chevrolet, workers were frantically moving cars from one side of the parking lot to the other side when water from the culvert that runs in front of the business became up to knee deep. Officials, as a result of multiple homes also around the county being flooded, have issued a state of emergency. They will have Red Cross officials on site early Sunday morning to start assessing damage. In Wolfe County, Will Puckett, WYMT Mountain News.
Officials say the water was simply too much for culverts to handle. And in Estill County, the Kentucky River is expected to rise to almost 30 feet today. Officials have already closed several roads due to high water. Our sister station WKYT talked with one man who lives along the river. He's paying attention to it, and he can't even see his boat dock. It's about 10 feet of water.
It's probably about 5 feet down from what it was a couple days ago, which was actually, you can see that bank right there is about 3 feet. It was about 3 feet from that bank. With the rain we're getting, hopefully it doesn't come over the bank.
Emergency management says the river will continue to rise at a steady pace. And nearly 5 feet of mud is surrounding a couple's Pike County home, and they were worried it is going to get worse. WYMT's Marianne Fletcher pulled out her mud boots to learn more.
Wednesday, a mudslide greeted the Courtneys, covering their yard.
We tried to ditch it a little bit that night and didn't think it was going to be that bad.
It was that bad. The next day, Randy and Delisa woke up to a big mess.
We couldn't even get off our porch. We were actually trapped on the porch.
Nearly 5 feet of mud covered the ground. His first thought?
Oh my God.
Now they are doing damage control while working against Mother Nature.
We'll get through it. With the grace of God, we'll get through it.
Now, Randy says he's even more worried about another slide that's on top of this hill.
It's about the size of a double wide.
And with more rain in the forecast, things could go from bad to worse.
And if it keeps raining and it keeps, it may come off. And if it does, yeah, we're hurting.
For now, they are taking Buddy, Rescue, and Pretty Girl to another, drier location.
They don't like it. They're used to running free.
While they wait for the rain to stop.
We still got the house, we still got our dogs.
Hoping for the best. In Pike County, Marianne Fletcher, WYMT Mountain News.
Delisa and Randy Courtney say they are thankful for the outpour of help they have received. And Kentucky State Police say a man was stabbed to death late Friday night in Knox County. Police say Charles C. Davidson, 55, from Corbin, was pronounced dead after being taken to Barberville ARH. Police say he was stabbed multiple times with a kitchen knife at a house in the Walker community of Knox County. Troopers say they arrested Jeffrey Todd Hammonds from London in connection to the murder after he went to another house in Corbin.
Local law enforcement assisted us with this, and we was able to surround the residence, call for him out. At that time, he did walk out, surrender without any incident, and was placed in custody.
The Knox County coroner pronounced Davidson dead at the hospital. Police charged Hammonds with murder and tampering with physical evidence. In Leslie County, 2 people are dead following a crash. It happened just before 2 in the Wolf Creek community. Deputies tell us a car left the road off Stidham Drive and flipped over in a creek. The driver was trapped and a bystander jumped in to try rescuing the driver, but both died. We will continue to update this story as we get more information on WYMT.com. And Kentucky 15 in Chavies is back open following a fatal crash yesterday. The road was shut down for several hours while crews were on scene. A 3-car crash sent 2 people to the hospital and killed 1 other. State police say it happened around 3 near mile marker 21, just north of the turnoff for Chavies. We do not know the names of anyone involved at this time. And a man was taken to the hospital with serious injuries after a crash on the Hal Rogers Parkway around mile marker 18 in Clay County. Crews with the Manchester Fire Department say the crash happened just after 2 p.m. yesterday. Firefighters say the driver of a car already got himself out when they arrived. The man was airlifted to the University of Kentucky Hospital, and we do not know the cause of the crash or the name of the driver at this time. And some local artists hosted a show in Leatherwood yesterday. Billy Cottle and Carrie Crutcher hosted an art show at the Leatherwood General Store. The 2 Eastern Kentucky artists had many pieces of their original artwork on display. Many of their pieces were portraits of family and friends and scenic areas around Eastern Kentucky.
We have a lot of talented people in the area, but unless you know where they are or, you know, where their work is, you can't see it. So you got to start somewhere. So we said, well, we're going to be pioneers, and we're going to have us an art show.
They hope to draw more artists in by hosting more events like this in the future. And coming up on Mountain News this morning, it's tax time, and many may be wondering whether to claim a standard deduction or to itemize their deductions.
We are finally drying out and getting to see the sunshine, but the travel hazards continue. I'll break down the details coming up next.